I have an interesting theory on why we haven't seen the Sonic Movie 3 trailer yet. Hello everyone, I'm OCDsaster, and if you didn't know, Sonic Movie 3 should be coming out in December. However, we have not seen a publicly announced trailer. What I mean by that is CinemaCon happened a few months ago, in which the attendees got to see a teaser trailer for Sonic Movie 3, and everyone seemed to really like it. However, that was never made to the public, and Paramount has not yet uploaded it to their channel. There's also been no real breaking news or updates for Sonic Movie 3. The movie is done. They're done editing it and all of that. And there has been a toy line releasing stuff steadily. However, it's all basically the stuff we already know. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, and it seems to be recycling Sonic Movie 2 merch. In addition, Gamescom is going on at the time of this recording, and they have a really cool looking Shadow the Hedgehog motorcycle to promote Sonic Movie 3, but the poster is from Sonic Movie 2 because they haven't officially shown off what Shadow looks like yet, so they can't have that in the art. So it's literally just a reskin of Sonic Movie 2, where it's Knuckles and Eggman versus Sonic and Tails, which we know isn't the case in Sonic Movie 3, and they just changed the logo from Sonic Movie 2 to Sonic Movie 3. Myself and many Sonic fans are very disappointed at the lack of marketing that this movie has gotten. Now, the movie's going to do well, don't get me wrong, but it would be better to actually see what this thing is going to look like because we're now less than 120 days away. And we have a bunch of movies coming out in December that are already being advertised from other movie productions. Now, if you've been following the channel, thank you so much, I appreciate it. I've been talking about how I think that they're waiting to release the Sonic Movie 3 trailer after Transformers 1 hits theaters in September because that's their next big movie for Paramount. Now, although I still think this is true, I have a fun other theory that I think might also be a reason why Sonic Movie 3 has not yet been revealed to the wide audience. Sonic Movie 3 will debut Shadow the Hedgehog, a very much wanted character in the Sonic movie franchise, and is just a beloved character in the Sonic franchise in general. But Shadow is a pretty dark character. We might joke about his edginess, but in reality his backstory is truly tragic, losing his only friend, Maria. Maria is Dr. Eggman's cousin, and she is the granddaughter to their grandfather, Dr. Gerald Robotnik. Shadow was created as the ultimate life form to help humanity and to save Maria, who is sick. And so, Dr. Gerald was creating Shadow up in a little base in the sky, almost like a space station called Space Colony Arc. And from there, he worked on his projects. However, once Gunn, a military unit of the US government, figured out that he was up to some, sketchy research, they decided to go up there and dismantle the project. Doing so, they pretty much destroyed the colony arc, captured Dr. Gerald, and in the process, Maria was killed. In Sonic Adventure 2, we do not see Maria's fate, we only hear of it because she releases Shadow from the Space Colony arc before Gunn attacks. However, in Shadow's own spin-off game, Shadow the Hedgehog, they give a much more darker show of Maria's fate, having a gun soldier point a gun at her and then a flash going off and them cutting away, implying that a gun soldier actually just straight up shot Maria. During the time of Sonic Adventure 2's release and Shadow the Hedgehog's release, video game ratings were, in my opinion, a little bit more lenient, granting a rated E for Sonic Adventure 2 and an E10 rating for Shadow the Hedgehog, even though both kind of had heavy material in regards to death of a child. And now that leads me into this theory. What if the Sonic Movie 3 trailer hasn't been revealed yet because Paramount is really trying to get the MPA to give them a specific rating for this movie? For those of you unaware, the MPA is the Movie or Motion Picture Association, in which they watch movies early and the committee of people get to vote on what they rate the movie, essentially. They can make it from rated G for general audiences all the way to NC-17, where unless you are actually 17 years of age, you cannot see this movie because it is so vile and contains so much adult material. Now, there's issues with the MPA in general. They're very lenient towards certain, big established movie production companies like Paramount, where they will give them a specific list of what they need to change in order to change the rating. However, it has been shown that if you're an indie movie creator, they will be very vague in what you need to take out, so that way it's a lot harder for you to get a rating that you're trying to target. Anyway, with that little rant aside, there has been rumors that Sonic Movie 3 will be rated PG-13. I can't really see this happening because that does ostracize a few of the little younger kids from seeing the movie, because some parents are very strict about what movie ratings are. Mine were when I was a kid. So I really do think Paramount is trying to go for a PG rating, but they're having some trouble because they do want to give Shadow's backstory justice. And when you have the death of a child in a movie, regardless if it's on-screen or off-screen, that's where things get a little bit dicey, and it might be a little bit more difficult for Paramount to balance with the MPA on what they can and cannot show to get the PG rating. Even talking about Maria's death in this kid movie would be kind of, traumatic for some kids and dark. Now, there's been plenty of movies out there that were rated G or PG that handled sensitive material like this, but times have changed and things have gotten a little bit stricter when it comes to movie ratings. So I think Paramount might want to be playing it safe and making a PG movie, but it definitely leans closer to PG-13. In the Shadow the Hedgehog game, Shadow actually can use guns and use them on other humans, such as the gun soldiers. Now, in any type of movie out there, if you are killing other humans, then I believe you automatically get an R rating. If it's aliens or robots or anything like that, even if they look human-like, but it's well established that they are aliens or robots, you can kind of get a little bit crazier without having that R rating. So I really don't see Shadow shooting at gun soldiers, and I really don't see him having a gun at all. It's really only for Shadow the Hedgehog where they really wanted to ramp it up and be edgy. But I'm thinking they might have done a reference at least where Shadow had a gun for a second and then is like, I don't need this, and drops it or something like that. But I don't know if that warrants a higher rating of PG-13 since he's holding a handgun. You got to be careful as well with these kind of movies because you have a young, impressionable audience, and introducing Shadow, such an edgy, gritty, violent character, can really set a precedent and really have people mimicking and trying to be like Shadow. So if he's too violent, if he's too aggressive, if he has too much of a weapon thing, Paramount won't be worried of the implications of that for influencing younger kids to be a little bit more aggressive. So they're trying to find a balancing act in this theory. Now, do I actually think this theory is true? Do I think Sonic Movie 3 and its trailer are being delayed because of the MPA and the rating for the movie hasn't been decided due to the subject nature of Maria being, basically executed, or even Dr. Gerald at the end of Sonic Adventure, he gets executed by a firing squad? Is this too dark for a kids movie? And so Paramount and the MPA are in negotiations to make the rating a lot softer? I don't think so. I don't think this is the actual theory. It's interesting if that is something that did go down, but I think the real reason why we're not getting this marketing push or these trailers is really just because of Transformers 1. I really think once that movie hits theaters, maybe even the day that it hits theaters, a trailer will be released and they will start ramping up for Sonic Movie 3. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think about this theory? Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me out. And if you liked the video, be sure to like it. Thank you so much. I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a super Sonic rest of your day. See ya.